Hey guys, in our first lesson, we're going to talk about how our products ranked on Amazon and why they rank. This is a very soft and very easy refresher for you to remember how Amazon algorithm works and how it can work in your benefit, and what are the decisions that are made for a product to stick on page one and rank for a specific keyword. So the three main important things about ranking and algorithm with Amazon is the keyword relevance, the keyword conversion, and the sales history and the frequency of sales to a specific keyword. So let's talk a little bit about the keyword relevance. First thing you need to ask yourself, does your product match what people are looking for? This is very important because Amazon rewards a product that actually interprets exactly or responds or answers a query that a customer is requesting on the Amazon search. Meaning, if a participant was looking for something, let's say a doormat, and typed a doormat that does not slip or is a skid free doormat, what kind of product will show up to that participant or that shopper, and how are they going to act when they see your product? Are they going to buy it? Are they going to go to the listing itself, look at it, and skip to a different product? Or are they going to just put it in their add to cart and forget about it, or maybe convert right away? These are activities or actions that Amazon measures dearly. They really track every single activity a shopper does in order for them to decide whether this keyword is super relevant to your product or not. So you always have to understand how relevant your keyword is to shoppers. And that's how Amazon determines whether your keyword relevance is super high or the score is high or low. So, another thing I want to talk to you about before we get into even the relevance is the keyword that you're actually pushing indexed or not. Indexed means if you actually type that keyword, will it show? Will your product show for it? And there are so many ways you can test it. One of them is you could go to the storefront, your own storefront, and type that keyword and see what product shows up from your storefront. If it didn't show up, then that means your keyword is not indexing and it needs to be in the right place. I broke down the areas where keywords need to be indexed and how they can be indexed. So there's the front end and there's a back end. And let me explain to you what I mean by front end and back end, because all of these to you as a seller are still back end. But to customers, when I mention the front end, that means the title, the features, the descriptions, and then the A content. These are what the shoppers will actually see. So the front end title is very highly impactful. Actually, you could see a small HIMILI. So that means title is high impact, features are middle impact or medium impact, descriptions are low impact, and A content or A plus content is low impact. I know so many sellers that kind of skip the A plus content. They put images, even though they're images, you're allowed to insert some keywords. I do encourage you guys to use that. We'll talk a little bit about it, but it's very important that you make sure you take advantage of every place where you can add keywords, not repetitive keywords, but add keywords. So now let's talk about the title. The title and the front end is the most important thing when it comes to how relevant you want your product to be. I highly encourage you to put the main keyword that is 100% relevant to your product in the first line of the title, which is the first word or the second word. I know they ask you sometimes to put the brand, but if you're able to not do that and put the first keyword in the title, then that's pretty awesome. Features are medium impact. They tend to be wordy. A lot of sellers stuff so many words in the features. I think now that the trend or what's really working well is having a concise, a storytelling, and short features, not very long, not big bullet points filled with nonsense bullet points or stuff words or keywords trying to rank all over the place. Try to be very concise. Try to make sense when you put your features. It will help you much more. It will be much more beneficial down the road for you. The descriptions, there are so many ways to do descriptions. You could do them with the A plus content, or you could just actually type whatever you need to type in the description. I do encourage you, if you have the brand registry, to use the A plus content and also take advantage of the spots or the places where Amazon will allow you to add keywords for the images themselves. Now let's move to the back end. The back end, meaning these are the places where you can insert keywords or long tail keywords and more descriptions about the product that will allow participants or allow shoppers. I keep saying participants because we will get to that in terms of giveaways, but shoppers in general, they won't be able to see these keywords because you're putting them in the back end of your listings. And that's where you have the option to use the search terms and use the subject matter. The subject matter is often overlooked by sellers, and I think this is one of the winning places that you need to invest in and add information about your product, specifically about the functionality of your product, the type of material of your product, who does it serve, how does it serve the customers, and be a little bit concise about it. Be more specific. Use the right keywords on the subject matter, and it will help you a lot. All right. So the second thing is, does your keyword represent your product accurately? Meaning, when someone insert that keyword and your product is presented, is the shopper, this is where you need to ask yourself, is the shopper looking at your product and feels that it's 100% correctly and accurately representing what they were looking for, or will they be confused? So if I were to say large doormat, are they going to see an area rug, or are they going to see a wool rug? Something that really doesn't match what they're looking for. It's still in the general area of a mat or a rug, but that means you're trying so hard to put so many keywords that might not actually represent your product accurately. So be careful with that, because it might actually hurt you and confuse the Amazon algorithm, and also could result in a low keyword relevance to your listing, and that's not what you want. You need to make sure that your product fits exactly the keyword you're pushing for and exactly represents what the shoppers are looking for, and it does answer every question they have. Now let's talk about, so this was the keyword relevance. Let's talk about the keyword conversion. That's basically how well does your keyword convert into a purchase. The keyword conversion highly depends on how your keyword is indexed and does your keyword represent your product accurately. So keyword conversion, basically when a shopper is actually doing the shopping and they're looking for a product, and they type the keyword that you're trying to go after, will they convert, or will they add it to the cart, or will they move on to a next product? This is very important, especially when it comes to trying to make your product rank and stick the rank and have a very keyword relevance score, a very high keyword relevance score. And this makes the biggest difference, because the only way you could increase your keyword relevance score with Amazon is by conversion. Every single thing that you need to make sure that you confirm it's accurate is based on the keyword conversion. And that's why this type of product launches with giveaways really help your keyword conversion, helps the keyword relevance, and helps you overall in terms of ranking and sticking the rank and making your product show for every single shopper that's looking for that type of product. So here it says this determines how closely relevant your product is to answer customers' need. Now, sale histories and frequency. Remember, every single time a shopper is conducting a search on Amazon for the purpose of buying, Amazon tracks all these metrics and all these data so they can come up with understanding how the shopper is behaving. One of them is the sales history and frequency. It does reward products that sell more frequently by giving it better ranking and more visibility in the search. But how does it work for new products, right? So Amazon gives a new product the benefit of doubt. Remember we talk about, or the preferential treatment. Remember we talk about the 30-day honeymoon period or the 30-day grace period for a new product, because Amazon likes to give you the benefit of doubt to rank for your product and to show it out. So when you take advantage of that period of time and make the keywords actually convert for your product, then Amazon has given you so much power over so many products that are selling and have thousands and thousands of reviews to sell on Amazon and to be on page one and to actually convert. And this is the beauty about the sales history, especially when it comes to a brand new product. It really would not matter that much if you are on page one and you're actually converting for these keywords. You might outperform a very seasoned seller or a very seasoned competition that has hundreds or thousands of reviews, just because this is the grace period time, or the honeymoon period where Amazon will give you that preferential value. So remember, keyword relevance, keyword conversion, and the sales history, all of these come in effect when it comes to how Amazon determines where does your product rank, how does it rank, how is it related to each product. So this is the first lesson, how your products are ranked on Amazon. I hope this was beneficial to you, and we will move to the next lesson.